obligation, Jaja. Downtown, and no playground, you know. Holy attention, trouble surround. Marcus prophesy, head I go roll. Wonder if prophecy I go unfold. Uptown, can't go downtown, you know. All country people worried, you know. The means of survival.
All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 1873 TV. The name is Wildfire DJ. With you for the next coming minutes, and joined on this afternoon segment, be joined by Zakele Mabaso as well as Mr. Mutumwa Mawere. Right. And in case you're wondering, what are we talking about this afternoon? We are looking at the foundation versus a trust, and as the best way to deliver a promise of philanthropy. And this is a C2C initiative, which is powered by the 1873 network. If you'd like also to participate and add your voice, you can let us know, or you can drop those messages on the chat platform. Right, Mr. M, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Also, Mr. Mabaso, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Wildfire. How are you, Mr. Mawere?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, sir?
Not bad, not bad.
Wonderful.
So you have the questions on the trust?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see whether we can get the the screen. Okay. Can you see the screen?
It's
not yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's up now.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Is that your question?
Foundation or trust? Yes.
Okay. You know what a trust is and what a foundation is.
Well, I think there are a number of trusts that I wouldn't say I know, but I know that a trust can work in different ways, and the foundation also. So I mean, I need to know. I need to get to understand how do I then.
So the first is just that's the whole reason why we have the C2C, is to share knowledge, and so that those who make decisions can make them with informed knowledge.
Correct.
Yeah. So we can just look at the comparison table.
Yeah.
A trust is a three-party relationship where a settler, also known as guarantor or trustor, transfers assets to a trustee, which holds asset for the beneficiary.
Yeah.
The trustee must follow the terms of the trust and act in the best interests of the other parties. Depending on the trust purpose, one party can hold one or more of the three roles. So I could be a settler, Then I could also be a trustee. And I
Right.
also can be a beneficiary.
Right.
Then a foundation is a legal entity that is separate from the assets of the founder. It is
Right.
not a company. It does not issue shares. It does not have owners. It is a non-profit organization. It usually gives support to others through grants directly or to other charities. Some foundations engage in other activities besides grant making. So examples, parents who make a trust so that their children and grandchildren receive their assets after they die. People who have concerns about lawsuits set up an asset protection trust to keep assets away from creditors. Those who want to own real estate privately transfer property into a land trust. An elderly person sets up a Medicaid trust and transfer all assets into the trust so that after a 5-year holding period, personal assets do not exceed amount that qualifies for Medicaid support. And foundation, individuals, families, companies, or public entities such as hospitals and churches set up foundations to support a charitable cause such as child disease, hunger, education, general health care, etc., including football. Some well-known foundations include the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, PBS Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, Nobel Foundation, Walton Family Foundation. Legal origin. A trust is founded in terms of common law, that is England, and civil law in mainland Europe. Who originates the organization? A settler, also known as grantor or trustor. And the foundation, like in your case, you'll be the founder.
Yeah.
Founding document, trust deed, and that's a charter. And manager is the trustees who are vested with the power to control and direct the affairs of a trust. Board of directors, also known as council, also typically as a CEO and other officers. Manager role of trustee, follow terms of the trust deed, administer trust according to the trust agreement, make decisions that follow trust guidelines, preparing or delegating creation of record statements as needed, communicating with beneficiaries, answering questions of beneficiaries. Role of board of directors for the foundation, decides its organizational strategy, make sure it follows its mission, establishes the ethics standards, monitors its results, ensures responsible management. Ownership type, beneficial interest, beneficiaries essentially own the trust. As no owners, there are no shareholders. How assets are tilted, trustee name as trustee of name of trust. In the name of the foundation, for the foundation, publicly filed certificate of trust, but not the trust itself. Publicly filed similar to a corporation. Common types, asset protection, offshore, domestic, estate planning, living trust, inter vivos trust, real estate for land, personal property, automobiles, household goods, charitable, special needs for those with disabilities. And for the foundation, independent, usually funded by individual or family. Corporate, funded by a corporation, but is a separate legal entity. Often corporate officers manage and may give endowments. Operating purpose may be research, public benefit. Most funds or grants go towards purpose stated in its charter. Taxation. Two broad tax categories are simple trust and complex trust. With simple trust, the parties associated with the trust settler, beneficiary, pay taxes on trust profits. With complex trust, the trust itself pays taxes on trust profits. Income Tax Reform Act of 1969, private foundations are exempt from most taxation by providing social benefits under the following category. The foundation must pay at least 5% of the value of its endowment, and none of it must be to the benefit of a private individual. It must not operate a for-profit business. It needs to file detailed reports and conduct audits each year. It must meet certain accounting requirements of non-profit organizations. The operating and administrative expenses count toward the 5% minimum annual outgo. Any question there?
So far, I think it's clear on my end.
I think it's clear. My question will be, as I have a company myself in Zimbabwe, so this company, I wanted to have that social responsibility, to do some social responsibility, which is now whether I set up it as a trust or as a foundation. But my company is looking to do some social responsibility. So how do I then now register that foundation? Does it go under the company? Does the company set up that foundation, or I have to set up as an individual? How do they then correlate? How do I then correlate the two?
You need a charter to set up a foundation. And you need directors, and you can then donate money to the foundation.
Right.
To fund the activities of the foundation.
So can't it be my company doing that to the foundation?
Yeah, but there has to be a foundation separate from the company.
Okay.
So you need a charter, a constitution for the foundation.
Right.
And then you can then, as an individual, donate funds to the foundation for the purpose of running, or your company can do that.
I see. So now I think I did a small plan that I think you saw, and can that then be transformed to be part of the constitution?
Yeah, you can have a foundation, a document that sets up a foundation like a not-for-profit organization.
Right.
And that is a separate, then you register it, or if the laws of, is it Zimbabwe or UK?
Well, it's Zimbabwe. It's Zimbabwe. I don't know whether I've got to do the same over here, because at the moment I'm working with some, what do you call these people? These who scout for boxers, sports people. I mean, I'm in touch with sponsors over here who also run clubs, boxing clubs, sports clubs over here, who are looking to work with my organization on the other side of the world in Zimbabwe, where I can take them to go and scout for talent. and be able to, have some sort of exchange program where we can take boxers from the UK to Zimbabwe, or bring the boxers from Zimbabwe to here, and then eventually probably we might have we might have a chance to groom a champion and get someone out of poverty.
So the first thing is that you need the foundation registered in Zimbabwe.
Right.
And then you want to use that foundation as a vehicle to look for talent.
Yes. Already, already, Mr. M, I had started doing that already, because I've been sending some equipment, boxing gloves, skipping ropes, punch bags, and all this. So I've got something already that is running, but it's not formalized. So now I think
so your partners require you to have a foundation.
Well, my partners, they don't have any problem. As myself, I think if ever I have to bring these people who are my partners this side, they need to find me also organized, structure-wise, registered with some bodies, local bodies, whether it's Zimbabwe Boxing Association or all those other bodies that are there, so that I can be able to link this thing properly. I mean, I've never been involved in such, so I don't have clear knowledge exactly on how I have to structure it, because it's on formation now. So this is why I need some guidelines, so that I can put this thing properly and be able to connect my partners with a formation that is on the ground, the other side. So I need to be structured on the ground first, so that everything is presentable.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's you have raised an important issue that requires us to also bring people in Zimbabwe who can also assist with the foundation in terms of governance. You can prepare a charter or a constitution for the foundation.
Right.
What you need is directors that can then be there.
Right.
That can represent the interest of but since you are funding it, you will determine who you want there.
Okay.
Yeah?
No, I understand.
Yeah.
So, well, the other thing is, the reason why also I also wanted, if ever, I don't know how my company, if ever it has to donate for the cause, for that social responsibility, how does then my company get to also enjoy the benefit of taxation?
Your company will not because for you it's an expense, but the foundation is not a taxable. It's not a taxed institution. So it is the foundation that doesn't pay tax. But your investment in the foundation, because you are spending money in the name of the foundation, your company may benefit from tax deduction, but that will be in the country where the company is registered. Where is the company registered that is doing all this work?
It's registered in Zimbabwe. It's going to
Also,
be registered in Zimbabwe. The foundation is going to be registered in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, so it can then claim tax deduction for the money that is used for the foundation. So you can then expense it before tax.
Right. So on our company accounts, then it means that we have to show that we've donated money for charitable cause. I mean, I've got to understand that. I mean, because that's where also I need to benefit the community, and at the same time it benefits the company that actually it does the generation of revenue, because most of our stuff that we be bringing, our goods that we bring into the country, we will be liable to pay a lot of taxes, duties, and stuff. So this is why I didn't get to understand exactly how does the company have to register a foundation, or the foundation can be registered by me then, but then how does
you register the foundation?
Company?
The foundation is a separate entity.
Okay.
And its relationship is with its relationship is with the company and the donors.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I understand. So
it's
foundation
always separate. You can't be a foundation yourself, because the foundation is a legal entity on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
it's like being a company. You can't be a company. You are related to a company.
Yes.
Yeah, you can be its director. You can be its shareholder.
Right. So the best thing here is the foundation, as far as I can see, between the two, the trust and the foundation. So it is best to register it under a foundation.
Yeah, it's better to register a foundation. Then your expenses, whatever you spent in the name of the foundation, can then be treated as a tax deduction item.
Right.
Yeah, so you can take that the tax out.
No, I understand. I think I'm clear in that area.
So, any other question?
I think I'm okay. I wouldn't want to follow too much on the trust, because I was gonna ask, why can't we use a trust instead of a foundation? But I kind of see where I'm going now, but it will be probably for the benefit of other people, because I see a lot of people doing trusts, the different trusts, because it can also be used for charitable cause, as I see it.
Yeah.
Same as there are similarities.
Because what we wanted is like this, to encourage people to share. Because you need trustees, you need directors, and you can't be everywhere. And who do you trust to be a director? If we don't train people, some people will think when they appoint the trustees, they actually own the trust.
Right.
They don't use it for the purpose for which it was intended. So by being able to invest in this literacy, are you aware that we were talking with Vimpai yesterday about mentorship, and I was saying to her, we need to canvas more because there are many people who need advice.
Yeah.
But they don't know where to get it.
Yes.
And there are many people you can use to reduce tax even without a trust.
Right.
By invoices.
Yeah.
And you can also say, why don't we do 1873 a foundation? Then it means this foundation is separate from me. So when I die, the foundation doesn't die.
Yeah.
Then we set up the foundation, and then we have the tax deed. So I will then put my money through the trust to save taxes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I don't have to own a foundation because it is not owned.
Yeah.
It's just like a vehicle to move you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But some people want a foundation to be in their name. That's the way it ends. It's like Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation.
Yeah.
But after they die, the name remains, but it's a separate legal entity.
Right.
Yeah. Or the world on the world.
Well, can it have, I mean, well, I know that it doesn't do any trading, but can it have a name? Because under this foundation, there's got to be a name to say there's a boxing club or there's a whatever.
That is the purpose in there. So you can say it's for the promotion of boxing or whatever you want. But at the end of the day, the trust, the foundation is a separate person.
All right.
Yeah, so you can put any name.
Like as a trading name, like as, yeah.
And the objects of that.
Okay. No, I understand.
So you are not limited. But for ourselves to say, ordinarily, do we really talk about trust, foundations, companies, or in the ordinary sense, you are on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my own.
Yeah. So how do we expand that from a connection to a community just to better understand foundations, service, and purpose? So the object is sports, but it's a foundation that you can use to channel money into. But you may want other people in Europe who are interested in developing sports.
Yeah.
Or people in Zimbabwe who are interested in putting money towards this for either for tax reasons, for some other reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
then the trust, the foundation is what you then promote.
No, I understand. This is why I've brought it to the platform, because it's something that is on formation stage, and well, it's already happening not formally, but now I think is the time to put it together. That's why I've brought it to the platform, so that those who are interested to be part of this brainchild can
First
work
is
with me.
I think that's the whole purpose, to say, look, let's bring more people who are positive minded into, and use radio to be able to talk to this, because you may imagine what happens. There are other people with sports foundation, with all these things, who are learning to understand what we are talking about. Just because you, Wildfire, and myself have given up time, so we can then send it to the people. Then obviously what you've been doing so far in terms of sending uniform or whatever infrastructure for the people in Zim, that's what we call corporate citizenship. But it's driven through a company, and now you want to do it through a foundation for tax purposes.
That's true. And I think moving forward, as we go forward, I would like to bring in my sponsors, the scouters that I'm working with over here, that are willing to, to connect with me on the other side. I'm connected with them here, so, and they're willing to fly with me, then go there, have a look what we have, what talent is there, and all that. So one day I think I'll then make an arrangement for them also to join in on this conversation, and maybe we might be able to provoke some other people who can be on board on formulating this.
That's the whole purpose, to say, when you start right now, you've already provoked others to talk to it. You remember in the group we were also talking about this farming Nostro account, and
Yes.
you saw the problem with it is that
Yes.
you can deposit money in Forex and use it, but if you don't spend it in 30 days, you forfeit it. And
Yes.
And the exchange rate that you are getting is not a good exchange rate, it's the auction rate.
Yes.
So you rather sell your produce to the Chinese, get you US dollars in cash, and convert the cash at black market.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah, so you would not need to lock yourself in an auction rate.
No, because the rate is already been determined by somebody, so it's
That's
been
right.
prescribed. So if it's prescribed, you can be looking at the exchange rate higher on another platform, but there you can't go over a certain amount. So
A certain amount, then you have already lost your value
that
in
is
the
it.
in the exchange. But where are we talking about that? To say what should happen if I produce my tobacco, I convert into dollars, then I put it into this Nostro account, I can't get it out. So why not have a different way of looking at the problem? So why not have a different way of looking at sponsorship? Why not have a different discussion?
No, I understand. Mr. M.
Yeah.
Well understood.
So, no, thanks a lot for bringing the problem. If you need any help on that, and if you need also to broaden your areas of inquiry, let's do that.
No, I think moving forward is I'll need help on drafting that constitution, and putting all the legal framework and get it to move it forward. That's where it is now, as I understand that I need a constitution and appoint some trustees or directors. Then from then we get it registered.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. No, thank you so much, Mr. M.
Right.
Mr. Zakele, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wildfire.
Right. All right.
Thank
Thank you.
Mr. M.
That's all right. Cheers.
Bye.
Right. It's the 1873 TV. Until tomorrow, when we come back for the virtual coffee sessions, have yourselves an awesome afternoon.